Okay, we're just going to take a look at a couple of examples, very basic questions. When you go to solve an equation, basically what you're looking to do is get so that it is in C equals or X equals. Ultimately, you want to find out what C is, right? You want to know what, so that when you go 6 times C plus 1, you get 31. And so solving equations becomes really important because we need to know what the variables are. So in order to find a variable, we have to isolate the variable by itself and eventually get it all by itself. To get it all by itself, we have to work backwards and we have to do opposite operations, right? So opposite operations means that if I want to get this term by itself, then I've got to get rid of this plus 1. So I'm always going to do opposite operations to do this. To do this, I have to then subtract the 1. Because it's plus 1, I need to subtract the 1. Now, whatever I do to one side, I must do to the other, because an equation is an equal in between, and we have to keep a balance. So if I go minus 1 over here to get rid of it, I have to go minus 1 over here. And I usually draw a line to show what's going to happen now that I've minus 1 from both sides. So when I minus 1 from both sides, this plus 1 and the minus 1, they go away. And then that leaves me with 6c equals, and whatever 31 minus 1 is, which is 30. Now we're almost there. We've got 6c, but we only want to know what just c is, just a c, a single c. So we need to get rid of this 6. So 6c is basically 6 times c. So in order to get rid of the 6, I have to do the opposite operation. So if it's timesing, I then have to divide. So 6 divided by 6 goes away. Whatever I do to this side, I must do over here. I must divide by 6 over here. So now the 6's have gone away. I'm left with c, which is my goal, to just get the variable by itself is equal to whatever 30 divided by 6 is, which is 5. So that's how you solve an equation. We'll do the same thing over here. This one's even easier because we've got 4x, so we've got a term that's kind of by itself because I want x equals. I've just got to deal with this 4. So it's timesing. So what do? I divide by 4. Whatever I do to one side, I need to do to the other. So this is a single step. So when I divide by 4, those go away, leaves me with the x, which is what I'm looking for, and then I've got to go over to the other side of the equal side and divide by 4 there. X is 2. Now when I stick that back into the equation, 4 times 2, x is 2, is 8. If I go over here and I stick 5 back into the equation, 6 times 5 plus 1 is 31. So I'm just trying to find variables that will make the equation equal. If I do one more, again here I've got my 2f, and I need to get that by itself. So that means I'm going to have to get rid of this minus 2, right? So to get rid of the minus 2, I've got to do the opposite operation. I've got to add 2 to it, right? Again, I just kind of draw this line in between. So if I add 2 here, I've got to add 2 to the other side of the equal sign. So what do when I go minus 2, add 2? Those go away, which is good because that's what I want. That leaves me with just the 2f equals 2 plus 2, which is 4. So I'm almost home now. I need to get f equals, just f by itself. So to get rid of that 2, I divide by 2. And then those go away, and that leaves me with f equal to 2. Again, if I stick 2 back into the equation, 2 times 2 is 4. 4 minus 2 is 2, and it works. And that's how you solve 1- and 2-step questions.